So I heard about Caregiver Companion from a church service on Thursday night. Lauren, the lady that's in charge of it, came to the service and told us about it, and it sounded really interesting to me, so I talked to her after, and then that's how it all started. I was inspired to get involved with Caregiver Companion because I'm lucky enough to, I grew up with 3 great grandparents, and not a lot of people get that opportunity, and so this is a population that I've loved my whole life, and unfortunately they're all gone now, so I felt like this was a good opportunity to get another mentor with an elderly individual. So I started with Caregiver Companion a little over a year ago, and I've been with the same neighbor the whole time. Okay, my neighbor has vision impairments, so mostly I just talk to her, like she just likes to visit, but a lot of times I'll do things like I've cleaned for her before in places that like she gets dizzy when she bends over. I've like wrote out cards for her because she has a hard time writing. I've read things to her that she needs help with. Yeah, I take her trash down sometimes. So just little things. Yeah, so I volunteer once a week, and it's very flexible. Like if there's some weeks that you can't go, they make that work. You just talk with your neighbor about it. And I always stay for an hour, but it's hard to make it only an hour sometimes. I normally stay longer because we have really good conversations, and I normally want to stay longer. Yeah, so this has changed my view of nonprofit organizations because I've always thought that like, oh, there are people who will donate and like there's people that volunteer, but a lot of organizations do struggle, and so it's made me realize that like when I am financially able, I want to give back to them because that money is going to good use and they really need it. There's so many, but I really like whenever my neighbor like tells me something and she doesn't think that I'm gonna know what she's talking about, and then I do, and just like the joy in her face, like that we have like something in common, is like really, really awesome. I like that a lot. There's been several times when I'm talking to my neighbor, and if she shares something with me, like how she's frustrated with her family, like she like wishes that she saw them more, and then she shared with me before that she's so thankful that I am, like me and the other lady that I go with, do like prioritize seeing her because some of the other people in her life don't, and so that's really touched me and made me realize that like taking that time out of my week does impact her. Yeah, I think that other students should get involved with Caregiver Companion because the elderly population is often forgotten, and they're so important. Even just spending an hour a week with someone in the elderly population not only impacts them, but it impacts you because there's so much to learn from them, and a lot of times they don't think that anyone wants to listen to them, and so like learning those valuable things that they've learned in their life will help you in your life.